Hello again, thanks for clicking on by. Today we're going to talk about words. Not your normal words, but how we write words and how we keep track of words. And I wanted to show a demo of two devices, the Kobo Elipsa, shown here, and the reMarkable 2, shown here. Different, yes, price range, about $400 for each. I'm going to write 100 words on each of those devices, and then you can see in real time what it's like and what the writing experience is like when you put pen to paper, or in this case, stylus to tablet, and stylus to tablet. Note to Kobo, the stylus is kind of hard to get out of this little clip thing, but I guess the same could be said for this little sleeve. I don't know. Personal preference, right? Let's get to it. Ready? Here we go. Just go. Now, before you can write with these tablets, you have to open them up. So we'll start alphabetically, Q, R, S. Rakuten. So it has this cool portfolio. You open it up. Boom, it's awake. That's pretty quick. reMarkable, I have the sleeve. Take it out of the sleeve. Turn it on. And then I can start writing. Now with reMarkable, it remembers where you are, and same with the Kobo. They both have placeholders. So if you were in an ebook, it would stay in that ebook. And when you power it powers off, goes into sleep mode. Now they're both, you have to click a little bit extra to power them off, but they do have, long presses so you can restart them. This one, if you tap the screen, nothing happens, but if you have the right magnetic, then it opens. I actually found a bug while I was at church, where if you set the Kobo with the case open on a metal chair, it somehow activates the magnets and then turns on and off the screen. So if you have a magnet desk and you set it down, it's going to lock the screen, and then when you pick it up, and then it's really weird, right? I just showed you that video. Wasn't that I thought that was weird. So a little bug with the case. I didn't try it naked, so without the case, I guess I'll just have to find a metal desk or a metal chair before I return this device. I already asked Kobo if I can return it. I'm deciding that after I make this video. So, 100 words. How important are they? Let's see which device handles it better. Now to do that, I've kind of worn out the tip on my reMarkable stylus. I haven't replaced it in quite some time, and it's getting to be kind of a nub. So these are the marker tips. All you do is you just stick the top of the pin right there and slide it till it grabs, and then it carefully comes out. Be really careful. You do not want to break the nib. You don't want to break the tip of the stylus and get it stuck in there. Yeah, that would be bad. So I'm just going to put this in my used bracket so I can keep track of them for some strange reason. There we go. Now we can get a new one. And if you're just really careful and you have the hands of a surgeon, you can carefully slide that in there. Be gentle, and focus, iPhone. Come on. There we go. And now we have a new plastic tip or nib, and I should be good for another, I think it's been 2.5 to 3 months since I've replaced the marker tip that OnePlus includes. So when you buy a new stylus, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 extra reMarkable tips. Oh, yay, did it right. Oh, you know what? You were supposed to use this and then you slide it in. So I apologize, reMarkable. False advertising. Anyway, so I just put that back in there, and I won't need another one until October-ish. Okay. And then this one just slides back in there like so. 100 words. What shall I write about? Let me think. Wake up the Kobo, my notebooks, new notebook, basic, 100
word test.
Save. Okay, it goes to this grid pattern by default, so you have to change it to lined, blank, or dots. That's all you get. Here we go. Okay, and then as soon as it senses the stylus, it knows that I want to write. How many words can I write electronically until an error? So I'm trying to write as fast as I can, but I don't have this memorized. Okay, first word, cacography. I thought this was applicable since we're writing, and that is a noun. What does it mean? Anyone? Anyone? It's bad handwriting or spelling. And next we have one of my favorite words. And you know where I learned this word? The Three Amigos. Jefe, would you say I have a plethora? So I wrote up this sentence and a little bit of plagiarism from Webster. Bryce Canyon offers a plethora of bustling hiking trails, red sand, and lots of fresh Utah air. Cool. Okay, and then we have their definition. Well, this is a quote. In a world... Oh, need to erase that. Wait, erase. Then it has to refresh. In a world whose credibility by I feel like someone's watching me. Up! And I got my first error. Plethora. Okay, see how I can't write? It locked up. And this was what I was trying to do and get it on video. So you have to exit the notepad. I usually wait a couple seconds. Okay, kind of refreshed. And then go back in. Okay. Plethora, lost my place. Of material goods. It goes on producing. So this is by W. Roy Niblett, And then I wrote on my Word doc, 85% of the definitions were from Merriam-Webster. Okay, so here's the kind of the bad thing. If you notice, there's a bit of thickness right there. So when you try to write on the very bottom of the page, it's hard to, because there's you'd have to get like something underneath it. So I'd have to like move that up and then write like that. Otherwise you kind of have to hover, or I can just take it out of the case. Let me see if that fixes it. Taking it out of the case is not too bad. It's not as bad as some smartphone cases. Okay, let's see if that's a little better. Yeah. So that adds several millimeters of thickness to the device, and it makes it a little more difficult. All right, so now I can finish my 100 words. When was e-ink invented? So now I'm near the end of the page, so what I want to do is click that top thing right here that exposes, and then I can go to page 2, or we'll test the gesture. I should be able to just swipe. There we go. So now we can finish. So when was e-ink invented? In 1997 by oops. Whoa, what just, okay. I wanted to erase it, not. So sometimes the gestures are a little bit wonky. That's by, so the inventor was J.D. Albert and Barrett Comiskey and others at MIT. Cool, right? So that was the end of test number 244, because I just picked that number, but I have done many electronic tests, so that's about right. And then, as always, pithy comments, please. Thank you. We should change the font. I'm going to go for a calligraphy pen. I'm going to choose really thick, kind of grayish. And then as soon as I touch pen to paper, that should go away. Thank you. Whoa, whoa. For watching. And goodbye. So there you go. That's 100 words, and it took 2 pages writing that font size. Now I've had this question before, so I'll quickly show it. Can you write with really small font? And the answer is yes. So we'll go to fountain pen, and they'll switch to really fine pen size, just regular black ink. So now we'll try, so this would be like a size 14 or size 12, and then we'll try a little smaller. So now we have, what is that, about a 10, maybe a 9. Font size is very relative. So I would say when you're writing in small font, with this stylus and this tablet, font size is difficult because there's less tooth. Hopefully you can read that. There's not a lot of grip between this stylus and the plastic feel. So that was the gestures again. So quite a different experience. This one does have a backlight, which is quite cool. You have to exit and then you can click right here and you can make it glow. Now when you are using the backlight, the Indiglow, whatever you want to call it, yes, that does zap the battery, but you know, if I turn off all the lights in my office, you can still read at night. And this would be much better than trying to use a desk lamp or some other type of lamp that you are forced to use with the reMarkable. But to be honest, I've only needed a night lamp less than 5% of the time I use it. I thought I would use this night light more, and maybe if I had traveled on the plane a lot, that would come in handy. I don't know. Let's do the next one. Well, that was fun. We got the first 100 words out of the way. That was tiring. I don't have writer's cramp. But yeah. After about a week of using this Rakuten device, the Kobo, I didn't use it for a few days. I did my initial testing, filmed some videos, and then I just kind of shelved it for about 4 or 5, it wasn't a full week, but, and then I picked it up again. I'm like, hey, this is kind of cool. And then I got some more errors. I'm like, and it doesn't synchronize my notebooks automatically. So I didn't use it for a few more days. Then Rakuten sent me an email about an update, and I'm all, oh, okay, maybe they fixed it. And they fixed a lot of the weird errors, but as you saw, we didn't get that error. We couldn't even write 100 words straight without it locking up. So if you're in a meeting, or you're in class, you don't have time to exit. I mean, you could miss something really important. The reMarkable is never locked up. Let me show you in the next test. New notebook. 100 words. And then right on creation, that's when you can view all the templates. And as you can see, the options for templates are quite a bit different than those of the Kobo. So we'll choose line medium, create. There we go. And then it defaults to ballpoint pen. I can change that. More choices as well. I'm going to do pencil. I really like the way pencil feels, and I'm going to do medium. And then it just quickly, then you just have your blank slate. Okay, here goes nothing. I need to tilt this a little more. How many words can I write until an error appears? So same word, cacography, which I didn't know until I looked it up. It's a noun. What? What does it mean? Bad. Oh. So to erase on here, you just use the eraser. Bad handwriting or spelling. See, now sometimes I press too hard and it gets kind of wonky. Maybe there's something, that's kind of weird. Did it again. I'll try to write really small. Nope, something weird about that. Let me try over here. Some bad pixels maybe. I'll have to contact support. just so you know which device I'm on. Okay, next we have Plethora. If you have not seen the Steve Martin Short, Chevy Chase movie, Three Amigos, I highly recommend it. Plethora is a noun. Bryce Canyon offers a plethora of bustling hiking trails. I'm going to have this memorized after this test. Red sand and lots of fresh Utah air. Then we have the quote. In a world, I think that's the name of a movie. In a world whose credibility. Now, if you're listening when I'm not jabbing around, just listen to the sound of the writing. Threatened by the meaninglessness, plethora of material goods. Whoops. Now you can also do this, and you can choose the eraser and just erase like that as well. So it just depends. So material, oops, and then I have to switch back. Goods. It goes on producing. And that quote is by W. Roy Niblett. 85% of the definitions. I don't want to get sued. Well, that was weird, right? It just cut off. I had 2 gigabytes free on the iPhone 12, which I'm now filming. It's now 45 minutes later after I started filming that. If you're going to be vlogging and doing lots of videos, the 128 gigabyte version of the iPhone, not enough, not even close. Yeah, so let's just kind of hop back into the end of that where it cut off, and I'll show you writing the last part of the 100-word test on the reMarkable. I actually finished it, but because I was focusing on what I was writing, I didn't know that the iPhone stopped filming. Yeah, this is why I normally have a videographer on set in my office with me, so I can just focus on the creative part of it and not worry about stuff like that. Anyway, the videographers, the cameramen and camera women that normally assist me, were all on other projects today. That's just what happens, right? People get busy. Let's go back to the test. So as I was saying, I don't want to get sued for plagiarism. That's why I noted from Merriam-Webster. So what I'll do is I'll just invoke the eraser. And this is one thing you can't do on the Kobo. You can do erase all, and then I can do undo and change that. Or I can go eraser, erase section, and then I can just go blip, gone, and then I can just do that as well. And notice the refreshing is a lot different when I'm erasing things. And then I quickly go back to pencil and I can continue on what I was writing. Okay, so we have, when was Oh, that's right, I changed to a thicker font. Let's go medium. When was e-ink invented? In 1997 by Albert and Barrett Comiskey and others at MIT. That was the end of test number 2. Now it's 245. Pithy comments, please. Thank you for watching. And you notice it's real easy to transition when you're at the bottom because it is so thin. And then I can write, let me move this. I like to have things positioned a certain way when I write. Okay. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. ... So that all fit on one page. Interesting, right? Let's take a different view. So if we look at both of these side by side, let me turn this back on. Here's my 100 words test. Did the font size. It's really close on the canvas size, but the Kobo fits within the reMarkable. It's about 2 to 3 lines in length, so taller, and then about a stylus width wider when you're writing. So you almost get the entire canvas. With the Kobo, when you try writing on the very edge like that, it's a little difficult, but at the same time, as you can see how this font, when I try the reMarkable, okay, it's a little better. It just depends. I have some weird pixelization. I don't know if I should contact support or not. On the edge. Not bad. Now I've been asked several times, so I'll do a demo right here. Can you write really, really small font? Or can you write in small font? So here we have large font. And if you're going to write small, I recommend doing ballpoint pen or even fine liner. So now we have smaller font, and there's a slightly different sound, and it feels different when you're writing. Small font for, I hope I spelled copious right. Maybe it's copious notes? I should really know. So you can write quite small. It's a lot easier than writing that tooth. The tooth difference between the Kobo and the reMarkable is a night. Whoops, off screen. Oh, I get nervous sometimes when I'm filming and writing. Night and day. And truth be told, I enjoy writing more on this than I do on paper. Here's another feature you can't do. You can't do a lasso like that and move it, or shrink it, or copy it and paste it. You can't do that on the Kobo. Anyway, that's a really nice feature. Yeah. To do a full comparison between both of these, I would probably need, well, another 8 months to be fair, because I've had this for going on 9 months now, whereas this one I've only had for about a month. The big question, which one do I like best and which one do I recommend? You know, that is a really tough question. I need a drink of water. For writing, I would recommend the reMarkable. It's as closest as in a paper experience as you get. I've talked to people that have had the iPads and they get this special screen, so they get more grit, more tooth when they're drawing and writing. It's not the same. Do I wish the reMarkable had color? Yes. Do I wish I had a backlight? Not so much anymore. That first month it kind of bothered me, and then I'm like, well, I'll just use a nightlight. One of the main cool things on that is, and you can see this, it's hard to show on camera, but the technology and the screen that you're writing on is closer to the surface on the reMarkable versus the Kobo and other ones. And if you look, it's almost twice as thin. So that's a difference. One thing that I don't like about the Kobo is that it's pretty sensitive with the gyroscope, so it tilts. Now, as far as an e-reader, the Kobo wins hands down because it's connected to a system. You can actually buy ebooks through the whole Walmart thing. If you go to the home, so I have to exit out, and then if I go to home, I can borrow books from Overdrive, which is really cool. That's free through your local library. You can go to My Books, and then if you scroll down, you can just go right in and browse, or you can go to Discover tab, and you can download thousands of books online through the store. So there's one that just popped up, Sweet Bitter by Stephanie Danler. Anyway, this is something the reMarkable is missing, but that's not really what this video was about. I just wanted to explain the writing experience, and the writing experience is quite unique on the reMarkable. And you know, naming your product reMarkable is, boy, you're demanding a lot from your public, because you're telling them, hey, this is a reMarkable device, but I really feel that they've done their homework. Anyway, that's all I had. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, there's chapter shortcuts below. Thank you so much for watching, and that's my video. 100 words, 100 electronic ink words on e-paper, if you will. And that background noise is my kids. I have this phrase that I say, quiet on set. They're kids, so sorry about that. This is actually my third take, or is it my fourth? That's life. Hopefully the lav mic doesn't pick up too much. And my latest invention, I taped a tile to my glasses so I don't lose them. And yes, let the credits roll for the Paramount Kid. I'll use both styluses. Goodbye.